Hey, hello, it's NETTA Welcome back to my channel. So it's been a while since I've done like a in salon hair tutorial. I think the last one was the braidless sew-in on my sister. So today I'm going to be doing a frontal install using MONROE Mauve mulatto curl hair in the inches 20, 22, and 22. The frontal is going to be 16 inches. Yeah, I think it's 16 inches. And I haven't decided, are we gluing this? Okay, and we're gonna be adhering this. So this is gonna be the first frontal video with it actually being glued down. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do a frontal install with adhesive. So if you'd like to see how I achieve, then stay tuned. This video is going to be extremely detailed as far as the frontal goes. I've showed you guys plenty of times how to sew in the bundles in the back. So I'm going to link that down in the description box. All of my other videos that show how I sew in the bundles with the frontal, but this right here is going to be mainly about how I install the frontal with adhesive before I start you know, sewing in the bundles. So all you see is that I mixed up some BW powder and my 30 volume developer. I made it extremely thick and I'm just painting that on the lace with a super light hand. You do not want to push any of that bleach through. Y'all have seen me do this so many times, but I'm just going to cover all of that. I'm going to allow that to sit for her skin tone only about 15 minutes with MONROE Mauve hair. The knots bleach super fast with it. So I'm going to do this and then of course wash it out with some Shimmer Light shampoo. Let it sit on for 10 minutes, rinse that out, condition it, and then put it in the dryer to get ready for that install. But now I'm going to show you the braid pattern that I use. It's always the same braid pattern that I use for frontals. I do slanted braids on the sides right above the ear, and then the rest of it is straight backs. So I'm taking my Got To Be Ultra Glued gel, and that's the one in the black tube, and I'm just putting that on her edges. This is going to really protect her edges. I'm making sure that I get all of her little fine actual real baby hair. She actually does have baby hair, like they're like really soft hairs around her edges, so we don't want any glue on top of your actual hair. So I'm just taking a comb and just smoothing that out, making sure all of her hair is pushed to the back. And, you know, just being really careful with that. And then I'm taking a nude colored wig cap. If you can find one that's a better color to your skin tone, just use that. But this is all I've been able to find lately. Y'all have seen them in my other video, and they used to be a better color. But so I'm going to show you how to make that match. But then I'm going to blast it with the freeze spray, and she's going to go under the dryer on cool until that is completely dry. This is the frontal after it has dried some of the way, about 75%, and we're gonna get this going. Okay, so I am cutting off the excess cap. The goal is, of course, to make her look like she is bald-headed or whatever. So that's why they call it the bald cap method. I'm cutting that cap as close as possible to her hairline, a little bit past her hairline, but really, really close to the hairline, and that is going to protect her edges. So now I'm just going to sew going straight across. I do make it a little bit wider than what the actual frontal is, but I'm just sewing straight across the braids because I am going to cut that cap off in the back in a little bit. And so I'm going to cut right above her ear on those. You want to make sure you don't cut too high up because we still got to glue down those ear tabs, and we don't want any glue to be on her hair. So we are now going to just, you know, remove all the rest of the cap that we do not need, and you see that stays put. This cap is not going anywhere. So now I'm taking just a brush, a makeup brush, and some foundation to match her skin tone, and I'm just brushing that all over very thoroughly, all over that wig cap, so that it can be like seamless. Like I said, we're trying to make it seem like she, you know, she bald or whatever. Put it all on there, whatever. You shouldn't be looking like, you know, like she ain't got nothing, because what happens is when you put the frontal on there and she looking like she bald underneath, it's just, you know, like the scalp is real scalpy, if that makes any sense. The scalp just looks really good. So now I'm having her hold the lace nice and tight, exactly where I want it to be. And I'm going to start sewing across the back. So I'm starting in the middle, and then I'm going down to the left side. Yeah, I believe that was her left side. So I'm starting in the middle, going down to the left. And then once I'm done doing that, I'm going to come back to the middle and I'm going to sew to the right. And that's going to make sure that that frontal is really, really flat and nice and in place. Make sure that your client is not moving the frontal around, because this is what's really going to help you to, you know, have the frontal in a good spot. Because if she's pulling like forward instead of just pulling it tight and keeping it in place, the position of your frontal is going to be all jacked, and we don't want that. So yeah. Continue to sew or whatever until the whole entire back is sewn, and then, you know, we're going to continue to go, and I'm going to show you what we do next. Oh yeah, like I was saying, y'all, this is super duper detailed. I was trying to shorten it some more, but I really wanted to make sure that I got everything, because y'all be asking a whole lot of questions in the comments. So now, after we've done securing the back of this, I just find those braids that were right above her ears, filling that out, and I'm going to sew right on top of that. She's still holding that frontal nice and tight, so I'm just going to sew right there in those sections on both sides so that everything is nice and tight. And yes, we are gluing this frontal down. I know a lot of people will just sew the back down and just glue the front, but I just feel like if it has that extra security, that once the glue starts giving, it's not just going to flap in the wind, because that's what's going to happen. If you just have the back sewn and the front glued, once that glue starts giving, there's nothing else holding that bad boy down. Like, it's just going to be like, you know, it's a wrap, you know, it's a wrap. Shorty gonna have to wear scarves or whatever until she can come back in. Hopefully she can tack it herself, you know, but you just want to make sure that it just doesn't look terrible out here. And then, so now it's time for you to cut out the ears. So I'm just using my nail. You can use a comb, you can use a clip, you can use whatever it is you want. I'm just cutting out exactly how I want the lace to go around her ear and to create her ear tab, you know, because you know, you like, you know, the ear tab or whatever, when you got the adhesive, you can make that jank like real nice, whatever. So yeah, I'm just cutting exactly where I want it, and then I'm going to go ahead and start cutting the lace. You're going to see that my hands kind of zigzag when I'm cutting it, and the baby hair, the baby hair that came on the frontal is extra, and that's because, you know, if you want a whole lot of baby hair, it's an option, but if you also want less baby hair, you can either pluck that out or you can do what I'm doing. So I just zigzag through the baby hair, as you can see, and now my lace is cut. And of course you want to, especially if you're gluing it, you want to just make sure that you're paying attention to the person's natural shape of their hairline. And now I'm just taking some makeup. This is actually some I want to say Creme foundation. Yeah, I think it's called Creme foundation. It comes in like the compact, like the powder, but it's not powder. So I'm just taking that and one of those cheap little eyeshadow, little sponge things that come on the stick, you know, with it, all the things coming. And I'm creating like an outline. So I somehow didn't get the footage of me putting the first two layers. This is the second layer, me drying it down with the blow dryer on cool. I am using Bold Hold Extreme Cream, so I'm going to show you exactly how I apply that right now. I like to go across the hairline. Y'all see me do this on myself. I like to go across the hairline in little dots. You can see me making sure that there's no hair stuck to it. And so I'm going to go all the way across, staying within that guideline that I made. And then I'm going to take the popsicle stick that I have just for her. And I like to use the popsicle sticks because, of course, I can just discard them afterwards. And I'm not using a comb or anything that I got to keep on using, you know, because that glue is sticky or whatever. Like, you can clean it off or whatever, but I just don't even feel like it. I'd rather just throw away a popsicle stick. So I'm just spreading that out, making sure it's not too thick, because if it's really thick, it just doesn't dry down quickly. Sometimes it'll stay white and not dry down at all. So you just want to spread it out with your popsicle stick or whatnot. Dry it down until it is cleared. Like I said, this is the third coat, the third layer. So it's the final layer of the Bold Hold Extreme Cream. And then once that's dried down clear, we're going to move on. And y'all can see, look at that. You see the difference of it being white and then dry down. So next, I'm going to start sticking down that lace. I'm going to take that ponytail bow out so that the lace can easily lay. And when I do this, I am going to use a comb over top of it, a combination of the comb and my fingers. And I'm just really pressing, really putting a lot of pressure on that lace just to lock it in, you know, pull it down and lock it in. Now, you don't want to be pulling it to the point where you're kind of forcing the lace to go in a place that it's really not going to go, because what happens is if you really are pulling it down like further than where it's supposed to be at, then the glue gives faster. Like, it ends up just pulling back, and the glue never gets to set because it takes a whole 24 hours for the glue to fully set. You really want the lace to just lay right on top of like the area that you need it to lay. So super important to make sure that the lace placement is on point before you do this step, which is why you have your client, you know, hold the lace in place. But I'm just sticking it on down, you know, rubbing it, sticking it, pressuring it, pushing it, you know, doing what I need to do to lock that in place. And then I am just showing you guys exactly what it looks like with that cap underneath. So yeah, if your client is someone who wants more plucked out, they can do that, but I wouldn't really suggest it, being that, you know, these knots are bleached, and sometimes lace, you know, it'll shed from it being bleached. So you just, you know, I just leave it alone. It looks good like this. And now I am going to go in and select out my baby hairs, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them with a razor. Now, at this point, my camera did die, but your girl still had you. It was actually Tisha's idea. Tisha is my bestie, so it was actually Tisha's idea. So we switched over to the iPhone on selfie mode. So this is what it looked like while I was cutting her baby hair. So y'all got like a up close and personal. And then I take the Got To Be Ultra Glued Gel, and I'm just taking a little bit of that, and I'm just swooping the edges exactly how I want to. You do not have to lay your edges exactly like this. You can do less baby hair, you can do more baby hair. It's really up to you. Now, like I be saying, don't be doing no baby bangs. That shit is not cute at all. But I mean, if you like the baby bangs, for real, who am I? Who am I to tell you not to wear baby bangs, baby? Go ahead and wear your baby bangs, baby, okay? But once I am done laying those edges, I go ahead and sew in the first bundle, and then I tie the strip around it. So I'm showing you guys how I got this strip tied around. I did finish sewing in the other two bundles as well. And once all the edges are dry, this is what her hair looks like. This is the finished product. It is dope. Oh my God, my heart melted. I just was like, bitch, give me that hair. I'm ready to take the hair off your head and put it on mine. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys what the hair looked like down, because she did request to put her hair up in a bun. And yes, I did do her makeup. So, you know, so she could have like the, you know, the full effect of everything. So this is the hairstyle that I came up with her little bun at the top. She did want just a little square, but I was like, baby, like, you know, we are adhered, honey. We don't need no little square at the top. We can pull up all of this, okay, boo? So I'm just pulling it into a nice smooth ponytail. You don't want to pull, you don't want to, you know, do all of that to the fresh adhesive that we just did. So I just put it in a nice ponytail, and I distribute the hair all the way around, and then I just kind of roll and wrap and tuck the hair around in a bun. And I used about 5 bobby pins to secure it in place. So this is the finished product. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the description box. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on social media. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time in my next video. Bye.
Everything I do is lit.